Welcome to the world of Exia. You are a group of treasure hunters chasing a whisper of a newly discovered dungeon in the Viridian Forest. You are all aware that it is home to many dangers, but that means a higher chance of the treasure still being untouched. This hunt has led you to a city built on the size of gigantic trees high off the ground. This is Viridel, the jewel of the Viridian Forest. Beautiful elven design make up most of the structures. Many homes of the Simia and fairies that live here have more of a chaotic appearance. Multiple bridges connect the city sections, and elevators that lead to the forest floor. The view zooms in on the southern section of Viridel, where your group are surrounded by a crowd of people, cheering and laughing, and at the center of it all is a fighting pit. Your group has been traveling together for a month, you already know each other, but currently in this set, everybody's doing their own thing. I'm gonna go to each person and tell me what you would be doing. You have an option of watching the fight, betting on the fight, grabbing drinks, gathering info to your hunt, or maybe you can be one actually fighting in the pit. Describe your character first.
Harlow is a daemon. Magenta-skinned, violet hair, very pointy, almost elven-like ears in a way. Surprisingly has no visible horns, and is just wearing this pinstriped button-down with a vest with gold inlays around it. And even his clothing is tinted magenta colored like his skin, so he just looks like a moving color as he moves about.
What is your character doing in this area?
Harlow would be observing the fight with a notebook out, muttering under his breath basically the entire time, analyzing the fight.
Pep, a teal-looking toad. Their eyes are big and bright. They are wearing a nice white and gold-tealed breastplate armor. He also has this really nice long teal cape that matches skin color. On his back, a various assorted weaponry, such as a longsword and battle axe. Pep will be betting on the fight, a handful of gold.
They are Construct X or 10, as they prefer to be referred to. My character is a roughly 6.5 foot tall clink. Armor panels alternating between cobalt blue and light bronze adorn his body, and the center of his chest is the sigil of the god he follows, the god of fighting. So naturally, he's in the middle of the fight pit right now. Protective stance. Each arm with a specialized power gauntlet that is almost as big as his torso is, but not showing any signs of being slowed down by it.
Did you bet for or against our friend?
I bet for our friend, obviously.
Okay. just wanted to make sure.
Sweet, alright, so we got somebody actually in the fighting pit.
Diana is a halfling. There were no size comparisons, so I imagine she's technically taller than Pep.
Pep is quite really small.
Dark browns and sort of yellows on her clothes. Little halfling pointed ears. Nice leather armor. She's definitely going to be on the edge of the crowd, just generally keeping an eye on things. Mostly ready to make a hasty exit when inevitably something goes wrong. She's been traveling with these guys a month. I can't imagine she doesn't know what's going to.
Why would anything possibly
because I've
go
met
wrong?
you!
Ribbit.
Look,
You
we've known each
can't
other for a
prejudge
month.
us. Just because we have a frog, a machine, and a purple guy doesn't mean shit's gonna go
That
wrong,
is the
okay?
most suspicious thing.
With everybody set in motion, the lights begin to dim. Everybody seems to calm down as the announcer in the center begin to speak. We have the next combatants to the challenge. On the left corner, 10. And you hear the crowd on one side How do you rally the audience?
The sigil of my god glows in my chest as I just slam my fists together, making a loud metal clang in the middle of the ring.
You hear that the crowd majority seem to be on your side on this one.
I bang the ale against the railing of where I'm standing on, spilling the beer everywhere on the crowd below by accident.
On the other corner, Bulga! Slowly in the audience, a rhythmic ho, 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 and a large orc starts walking out on the pit. Blade in hand, just rah, starts cheering up. You, get to the corner. You, get to the corner. And he waits for a confirmation.
Ready.
Ah. Alright, begin! I want you to roll an agility.
That is going to be a 3 with hope.
Well, alright, so you added cope, but you do not go first. So Bulgar is gonna ready his blade, and he's going to charge straight at you and swing. That's a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that beats my evasion.
So the blade hits true and slices the side of your arm. So that is 5 damage.
Alright, I am going to expend an armor and negate all that damage.
Nice.
As it hits and it connects with one of my armor plates, the plate just falls off, but there's no clear signs of any actual damage to me.
Your move.
As the axe hits me and it rips off an armor panel, I see there's a lovely opening to one of his kidneys. I'm going to expend a prayer die for this. 21 with hope.
God damn, yeah, that definitely hits.
That is 10 damage.
And he is sprung by that. Did not expect it coming. Ah.
You are a capable fighter. Please keep it up.
He's gonna fake a swing, bend his knees, slide down, and go for a leg.
DM would, at least I don't know about the others, be considered close to this?
Oh, so you were observing. Yeah, would be close.
Good to know, thank you.
Another 15 to hit.
Yep,
So it is 6 damage.
I'll let that go through. That's a minor wound.
The slice hits a nerve right behind the kneecap, and you just hear as part of your circuitry starts sparking.
Excellent hit. And let's just do it again.
You hear in the audience, put him in a body bag.
Wait, is this a fight to the death?
Wait, we just let Clank go into this like we his friends. We're like, yeah, do it, buddy. Go in there.
As someone who has money on the line, I have faith in our Clink friend, Ribbit.
That's a 7 with hope.
Anticipates the move and slides to the right, dodging your swing.
Very good.
Haha! A leap forward and thrust. Shit, that's a 3 to hit.
That is a hard miss. As I just lift up my arms and just deflect the blow.
He's gonna start sweating a little bit, and he wipes the sweat off his forehead. Good move.
Let's try again.
Yeah, 21 does hit.
11 damage this time.
Another direct blow straight to his chest, and he just gets winded, slightly limp, like he's fading out, in and out. Ugh. He takes a deep breath in, trying to get some oxygen into his brain, and then he swings again.
Alright.
4 to hit.
Nope.
And right now, you just see him lightheaded, about to fall.
You know, let's use my short rest ability, Dedicated, as I just recite my creed. No quarter, no fear, no regrets. So that means that my hope die is a d20 instead of a d12. As a 19 with fear, unfortunately.
How do you want to do this?
I see him struggling for a moment, and then there's that perfect opportunity as I ball up my fist and just a solid blow directly to his solar plexus to knock him out.
When he drops like a 2x4, The crowd immediately just there's some people here and there tossing their cups to the ground in frustration. They probably are the ones that bet against you. But other than that, majority are just going wild. And then you hear the announcer come in. And we have a champion! 10!
Just some vents in my back just open up and let out a burst of steam.
An automaton. It looks like a little sewing machine on treads. Begins to come out right next to you and just start repairing any armor, and you're healed. So basically you're back to square one. But Pip Pip, apparently you're a winner. How are you reacting?
That's right. Well, obviously, Pip Pip is very gleeful, so he's gonna go to one of the NPCs that was watching the fight and be like, "Excuse me, Ribbit, what are they going to do with the body?"
The stranger next to you is going to point at the pit. The same robot that was healing X is going to the orc and beginning to repair his armors and heal him up as well.
Oh, I see. What a shame. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and collect my winnings. Ribbit?
Lucky man, I should have bet at this time.
Well, you bet wrong, so sucks for you. Ribbit?
I think I made the wrong type of character for this game. Hang on a second. A murderous robot and a psychopathic frog. Let's go.
I'm not murderous. I'm doing exactly what I was made to do.
I'm only a little psychopath.
Ribbit?
I'm only a small psychopath, Ribbit.
God damn it.
You already know where to go, Pip Pip, so you head to the collector and you put in 1 handful, so you have now currently in possession 2 handfuls of gold.
Sweet. Pip Pip hugs the gold as if he was hugging his own child, which he has none.
Love that little detail.
Then I guess Pip Pip's gonna go back to everyone else who's watching or sitting in the stands, which is Diana and Harlow. He holds out his little hands and says, "Look, winnings, Ribbit!"
Good job,
Congratulations.
buddy.
I told you I could do it. No doubt in my mind.
Never doubted you either.
Where shall we go next?
Personally, I think the food court will be fantastic with it. I heard that they had the biggest grub worms this side of the continent, here in this town, Ribbit.
There's treasure that we're trying to find, right? Are we supposed to be, like, in the town looking for information?
You know what? That is a good idea. I will find information at as he starts, like, rubbing his hands, the food court, Ribbit.
Then let us go forward.
Alright, so you walk to the food court, which is actually nearby. This section of the city is where all the nightlife and everything is popping off. So one that actually catches your attention because the music is straight bustling right now. You see people coming in and out. Pretty much this is what it looks like. Branches branch out, get to see between, but you only see like the shadows of people dancing. The second balcony up top, people drinking and having conversations. This place seems to be the hot spot of the night. And you all enter.
This place is bustling.
For real, Ribbit.
Frog people slang is killing me.
I will ask around.
Me too, by the food court. As he runs over there with his tiny legs.
Diana's gonna follow Pep Pep.
We have
We're
to
not
continue.
saying that we're getting Pep Pep one of those, like, backpacks with a leash on it.
It appears we're on our own. Again, Harlow.
Where should we look for this information?
Ask around those that explore the area more than others. 10 is going to specifically look for any older people. Since they might be here longer, they would probably have a little more information on it.
We always have such good luck with old people, actually.
I was
it
just
feels like
thinking
an
that.
option.
There's people dancing on the dance floor. There's people on the tables eating and chatting. You got the bar on the side. There is a elderly fellow, a simia, with a little gray in his beard, swinging a cup around. He's actually telling a story to a bunch of travelers.
Perhaps he is a good place to start.
Are we going in nice or are we going in aggressive?
Would prefer nice, unless provoked.
Good to know.
So you all walk up to this individual, and the last thing you hear is him finishing the conversation, and he's like, and then I told him, that's not my foot. And everybody just starts cheering and laughing. Then they all just disperse and go back to their own things.
Hi there, sir.
Well, hello.
We were hoping if you had a story about the treasure, potentially around here.
He raises an eyebrow. Treasure, you say? You after that nonsense too?
Have to be reaching for something.
If you're talking about the Serpent's Cave, more outsiders have traveled here lately for that.
That is correct.
Well, if you want information. Lucky for you, I heard those folks over there talk the other day about not being able to find some entrance. Barely made it out of the forest alive. They seemed pretty shooken up by it when they returned. Maybe they know something.
Then we will ask them. Thank you for your assistance.
Aha! And you see he like cartwheels away, and yet his drink does not spill.
Yo, he cartwheels? Oh my god,
Cartwheel,
yes.
cartwheel away!
Cartwheels with his drink in his hand.
I need to know more about that man. I care about nothing else in this
We need
game.
to follow his event.
This quest for treasure, who gets up from a table and just cartwheels away at the end of a conversation?
It's a monkey.
I need
He
that
is.
man's confidence.
He is very experienced.
Unnecessary, I'd say, but 8 points for style. Let's talk to the terrified people. Hopefully our other friends are up to just eating lunch and not getting into trouble.
Right,
There is-
absolutely not.
Diana and Pep Pep, what are you up to?
Pep Pep is using his winnings to get as much food and grub as he can afford. Here's like a display of different sort of like grub worms and insects that are covered in different seasonings and spices. And he leans over to Diana. It's like, listen, Diana, I know that we're supposed to be looking for this treasure and all. I have a plan, you see. I can't tell you yet, though. Okay, I'll go ahead and tell you. So I think that we find the biggest, toughest guy in this place, other than X over there, because we both know that he's the big and tall Ribbit. And I think that that person might know where the treasure is, Ribbit.
I can't argue with that logic.
So I think we just walk on over to that person, ask him a few questions, and maybe, just maybe, Ribbit, we'll get the information that we seek.
We
Oh, sorry.
size up the biggest, toughest person in this bar.
There's two individuals that stick that description. One of them is sitting down on a tables on one of the sides eating. A male light-skinned with black hair, covered in pieces of armor that look like he bought each piece from a different set. A large shield and hammer visible. Other than him, you see a large ape dancing on the dance floor.
I mean, I don't want to interrupt the guy who's dancing. Like, he's got his groove on. We don't want to throw off his groove.
I agree. I think we should talk to that other fellow right over there.
Perfect. You should probably do the talking, though.
Okay, but you stand behind me as my bodyguard.
Obviously. Diana, at her whole, 3.5 feet tall, will do her best to look tough behind the tiniest sociopath.
Excuse me, I am 3 1/4 feet tall. Thank you very much. Short stacks go over to the fellow with the armor.
As you're walking there, you notice that your other companions seem to be walking the same direction.
Pep-Pep's going to whisper to Diana, I think they got the same idea we did. Let's pretend that we thought of it first.
I'm pretty sure we did think of it first. We
That means we're the clever ones. And he holds up a hand to high five.
definitely high five Pep.
You all end up at the same table, staring at the same person.
I'm gonna nudge Pep forward.
Oh, yes. You see, my constituents and myself would like to know where the treasure is, please. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why is 4 nicely dressed individuals, Ribbit, coming up to me asking where the treasure is? Well, I will let you know, and don't tell anybody else in this bar, but it's because we're curious.
Surprisingly,
She's
he's
not
spot on. We heard you got chased away looking for an entrance to a cavern that might hold some treasure.
There's also a woman sitting next to him having dinner. They're both together. She's light-skinned, brown hair, covered in a well-made green robes that kiss the ground, staff visible, and she begins to laugh. Well, that's something that spreads quickly here. Yes, we had a bit of a mishap.
Well, go on.
What can we tell you is, what they say about the forest is true. It is quite dangerous. We were unprepared. The male nods his head. We heard of an entrance within the Viridian Forest, called the Serpent's Cave. Only way to find it is to find the giant serpent itself, and follow it to its lair, without being seen. Problem was, we were seen.
Classic mistake.
Well, maybe you should have been more careful.
Drink to that, and he takes a sip. Well, if you're brave enough to go, I suggest making sure you stock up on supplies before traveling. There's a shop that ways down, called Khajiit's. Go browse their wares.
So, follow a snake. Don't be seen. Get treasure.
The woman nods her head. That's about right. Easier said than done.
Can you at least tell us where you last saw the serpent?
Was the other day. Somewhere eastward. It leaves quite a trail on the ground floor of the forest.
How was it that you were spotted to seasoned individuals such as yourselves?
This serpent isn't the only thing that's around. You must watch all your surroundings.
Well, we're not scared of Snake, are we, fellas? As he pats whoever's closest to him on the shoulder, which I guess, considering his height, is Diana.
Shoulders. If we need any supplies, should stop. They're not wrong.
We do know someone who just had a large influx of coin.
Had a large influx of coin.
Yeah, followed by a large outflux of coin.
You spent all of your winnings on food?
I spent all my winnings on food and a doggy bag, as he holds up a brown paper bag with obvious gloop coming from the bottom of it, so it's all wet.
Pocket grubs. Great.
Pocket grubs.
Anyways, on to the shop.
At this point, you hear off to the side, an individual start saying, "Hey, Vince, there goes more young bloods trying for the treasure." The other individual he speaks to takes a sip of his drink and says, "I'll give him 3 days." The first one laughs. Now, we were also eager when we started. Let's go give him some support and introduce ourselves, shall we? You see, to best describe it, a pimped out demon. He has purple skin, horns like a ram around his ears, jaded in jewelry. It has a nice cap with a white feather off to the side. He's rocking a nice purple suit, gator boots, and has a pimp stick as he walks around. The second individual, a male fawn, brown fur with some black streaks on the side, 2 short horns in the front, black and white mixed match regular clothing. And they walk up to you. The daemon speaks up. Pardon me, but as a fellow hunter, I must concur. The forest is a dangerous place. Be cautious out there when searching for my treasure.
Your
Wait.
treasure.
Your treasure?
That is right. I'm going for that treasure. Let me introduce myself. I am Matt Damon. Pleasure to meet
God,
you.
I hoped you were.
I'm sorry for bringing that evil into this world, everyone.
Aren't you
Don't
glad
be.
I didn't pick it? Because now we'd have a problem. Hands would be thrown as we both had the same name.
There are 2 Matt Damons. It's actually a really common name. It's kind of like John Smith.
He points to the fawn to his right and he says, "This right here is Vince Fawn."
God damn it.
Okay. Okay, I see what we're doing here.
Behind them, a Qatari that looks like a golden lynx with silver armor. And Matt continues to speak. And behind me is Farrell. Will Farrell. Now we're quite known among the areas. I wouldn't be surprised if you have heard of us, but
No, we haven't.
Have we?
you
No,
can-
we haven't. Regardless of if we have or not.
I got a -1. I
If
probably
anybody
wouldn't know.
wants to roll it, you can roll it. It's up to you.
Oh, what's
I'll
the
try rolling
roll?
it.
So it is a knowledge check. Roll a
Okay.
2d12 and whatever your knowledge is.
My
I'm not rolling no matter
knowledge-
what. I'm sticking to my answer.
8 for fear.
11 with fear.
10. In your travels, you've heard of something called the Seafaring Sabotage, with that name connected to it, but you only heard the name.
I have heard.
Well, at least somebody has some competence, but hey, everybody got to start somewhere. I just wanted to come by, introduce myself, and give you a heads up about the dangers of the world. Here's some advice. If you see some hairy purple fuzz in the forest, don't touch it.
Well, now I have to touch it.
Don't touch it.
What's Vince looking like the entire time that Matt's talking?
Observing you guys, like seeing what you carry, how you present yourselves in your experience as hunters. Well then, tread carefully and may the best Matt Damon win. Haha. And he walks off.
I'm gonna give
Right,
the hand
'cause-
sign to the entire group that I'm about to do something stupid because I figure we'd have a hand sign, knowing Diana.
Obviously, yeah.
And I'm
we
just
have
gonna
to.
wait to make sure I'm not gonna be stopped.
Oh, no.
Please
Pep
do.
love these hand signs, right? You go right ahead.
I just look at
As
what
they
you're-
turn to walk away, I'm going to cast Enrapture on Vince. To temporarily keep their attention only on me, narrowing their field of view and drowning out any other sound but my own voice.
Alright, make a spellcast roll. So roll 2d12 and add your
I
spellcast
get to
modifier.
add my presence. That's a 13 of hope.
Alright,
Not
you
as
gain
good
a
as I was
hope.
wanting.
You successfully enrapture Vince. You know it worked because you see his head begin to like look around.
I'm also going to use the ability I'm going to mark as stress to make him take stress. I want to sweat him.
Oh,
That's gnarly.
Okay.
intense interrogation tactics.
Hey, couple questions. Sorry to impede on your day here. You'll be back in no time. What other dangers should we be looking out for? Because you really seem like you know a lot, especially this purple fuzz. But anything else you might know?
This forest is full of creatures, dangerous plants. Unless you know what you're touching, best avoid everything. Just follow a clean path.
Good to know. As for this serpent, you know any information there?
Its fangs are corrosive. Go right through armor. Say, watch out for the bite.
Any weaknesses, blind spots? Does it see good? Does it hear good? Does it feel good?
How is emotional standing?
Does it have a therapist?
Vince, those ladies are checking you out. He puts his hand on Vince's shoulder and they walk towards them.
Oh, I didn't even get a chance to intimidate him. Shit.
So, are we going to go to the Skyrim reference store?
Please.
God, I love
It's me.
Skyrim reference store.
So you're just dripping grub juice the entire way to the store.
Absolutely. There's a
Yes.
trail following us, right?
This is how we get kicked out of anime, guys.
Oh, are we gonna go see an anime?
Swift, you better prepared an anime.
I had one night.
You mean you can't fully write
One
a 10
night.
season, 800 episode anime?
You all walk to Khajiit's. It begins to rain slightly. You see a building off to the side. It's not as elegant as the other elven structures. This one looks more straightforward. Boards on the side of a tree trunk. And on the top, in big letters, Khajiit's. As you walk in, some customers are leaving as well. Behind the counter, someone waving to them is a Qatari male, golden fur with black stripes, an athletic build, sleeveless black shirt, and some like medieval jogger pants, you would say.
Ye old jogger pants, I see.
The Qatari male sees you all entering his store and instantly a boost of energy like, new customers! Welcome to Khajiit's. How may I help you?
We're going to kill a giant snake.
We're not killing it yet. We are just merely following it.
And then probably kill it.
Well, before we ask it nicely if we can enter or not, maybe it's just never been asked before.
Yes. I have just the thing. Hold on a second. Goes under the counter, collecting a bunch of stuff to present to you guys. Let me type it in chat and I will give you what the inventory is. Hold on. Gathers all the stuff, clink, 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 and slaps it on the counter. But right before he hits the counter, he stops, gently places it. This is what I have in store. The number to the right is how much they are worth.
H is handful, right?
Correct.
Yes,
One
yeah.
handful.
These strength potions, agility potions, they temporarily boost the trait of your person.
It gives you +1 on your next roll of that specific trait.
The potions come in pairs, 2 for
This
the
is
price
good.
of a handful. You can mix and match specifically the boosting potions if you want one of the other. Specialty I have is these Veric leaves. Found in rare locations, you gain boost of confidence when you apply it.
And in technical terms, you gain 2 hope when you use it.
Mm.
And also some manacles. I don't know how they got in there, but sure.
Whoops, didn't mean to sell those.
The repair kits repair 1 armor slot. The woven
okay.
net can be used on small targets to basically lock them in.
Well, we should also already have a health potion or a stamina potion.
Yeah, I took the health potion.
I also did.
I took stamina.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what? Pep will pitch in his handful if someone else pitches in another handful for the repair kit.
We can buy that together.
With the power of friendship, I decree that we buy this repair kit, Ribbit. How big is it compared to Pep?
1 foot box.
Maybe one of our taller friends should carry it.
I will take 1 strength potion and 1 instinct potion.
He grabs 2 of the potions, hands it right over to you, and grabs the 1 handful, so that's 3 total.
That leaves us with 1 handful left. It seems suspicious to me that God has placed a woven net and manacles in front of us to purchase
Right.
before our mission.
I know what we need. More grub, as he shakes the empty bag.
Tend to have to go back into the fighting pit to afford lunch tomorrow.
You see Khajiit rubbing his chin and says,
If you are interested in better preparing yourself, I do have a task that you can do in exchange for more items.
Go on.
These Veric leaves are quite valuable. They've been one of my top sellers, and I would like more. Fortunately, business has been booming so much that I can't really leave. So, if you go out and collect me some Veric leaves, then maybe we can do a trade.
What should we know before fetching more leaves for you?
I found this actually in the waterfall northward of here. There's a rotting tree tilted slightly to the left. It's home to some moth-like individuals. If you keep going that direction, you'll head straight to the waterfall. Can't miss it.
Should we be worried about these moth-like creatures?
They are calm compared to others here. Just don't bother them. They are poisonous.
We will get as many of these leaves as we possibly can for you.
hands over a Veric leaf.
You can have this one for reference.
You
Arlo
have
will give a
to.
nod to Khajiit and just start like walking out there.
Ten follows suit
Thank you.
into the forest. Many insects will be there.
Now you're speaking my language.
Okay, but the previous people did just say to not touch anything you can't positively identify.
Right, I'm pretty good at identifying plants. I think we'll be okay.
Don't worry, it's like my Uncle Toadyton once said, ribbit.
Sorry, your Uncle Toadyton?
You don't know about Uncle Toadington?
Well, we haven't actually met Uncle. We're not at like the.
But
meeting each other
everyone
because
knows,
of
just
the
like
name.
everyone knows about the many creatures in the forest, everyone knows about Uncle Toadington's, like, inspirational phrase. Ribbit.
Right.
Well, actually, that's a speech impediment.
Arlo leaves.
Oh my god, that was the
One-
funniest thing
He
I've
just
ever
mutters
heard.
under his breath as he leaves. One day I'll decipher this damned frog language. One day.
Look, guys, the river.
Based on how quickly it's flowing, will give you the difference between, like, a creek and a stream and a river.
Interesting.
We can also do a quick test, and if we throw Pep in, how quickly he gets rushed down.
Pep can swim though, so like I think he'll be fine if we decide to do that.
And I can breathe underwater, presumably. I haven't tried it yet.
My mother told me one time.
I don't think she liked me.
We could test in this here creek. If you can breathe.
Okay. And Pep-Pep's gonna jump into the creek.
So how
Okay.
do you enter the water?
Oh, god damn it.
Belly flop. Yeah, Pep-Pep sinks like a rock. He sits there for a few minutes. Pep-Pep comes out, drenched in water, and he says, well, I guess I can breathe underwater. Ribbit?
Also, look at the person that's up on that branch going across it. Definitely stream territory. Way too big to be a creek.
I thought that was a firefly. I did not realize that was a person.
Looking around you, these trees are massive. They have grown and conquered this territory for many centuries. You look further ahead into the distance and notice the tree that was mentioned by Khajiit, the moths flying about it.
What were the directions after the tree?
Was it to follow the way it was leaning, or go straight past it?
It's like you're gonna have to roll the knowledge. You recollect, if you see the tree, continue the same direction you're going to. That means you're heading
Okay.
in the right direction. As you continue forward, you do begin to hear, it sounds like a waterfall.
I have a fun ability. Speak with plants and animals.
You can speak to the trees.
I'm going to speak to the trees. I would like to ask about the many dangerous creatures that live in the woods. And if I beat a 12, then they tell me what they know. But if it's with fear, their knowledge might be limited or come at a cost.
Roll an instinct roll.
Oh, I can't!
I was about to.
That's also another fear for you. Oh, wait,
Damn.
no. I got a +1. That's a 12. So I win.
I win!
Nice.
The trees have to tell me what they know.
Diana, you hear in the language of this incantation, watch out, watch out, watch out. And immediately a bunch of these insect-like creatures shoot out from the bushes and begin to surround you all.
Grubs!
Pep's pupils dilate.
Pep, you're allowed to eat.
Everybody has a
I'm
chance to move yourself to where
leading.
you would be.
I would probably be in the middle so everybody gets equal amounts of light.
Well, I
I would
gotta
def-
stay near the deer, right?
I feel like you were leading the way, Harlow. You sounded pretty confident.
Yes. I said unfortunately I am leading.
And we're back here, hanging out. We're probably all back here talking shit. The three of us.
Amazing. This is good.
Because Diana used her Nature's Tongue ability, she is able to heed the warnings from the plants around her, preventing you all from being ambushed. So you can have the first move.
Awesome.
Yes. I see them first and tell everybody to look out. Do these things look hostile? Are these dangerous creatures?
Yeah, they're running
These look
straight
like
towards you fast.
So what are they
Cool.
exactly?
Just insect creatures.
Okay.
And if you want to roll a knowledge check to see what they are,
I don't know if one of my experiences would apply, but I have environmental bodyguard or wilderness chef. Could I apply either one of those?
I feel like wilderness chef, because you've probably definitely cooked these bugs
I would
before.
say because
hell
you've been
yeah.
eating bugs, yes, that can apply.
Yes!
Hell yeah.
Then I expended hope to give advantage to Pep.
Alright, well, this absolutely makes sense. Pep would know. These are Viridian Ithids. They're like the ants of the Viridian Forest, basically.
Pep is gonna get his weapon out and he's gonna shout, "Watch out, everyone! They're delicious!"
I get to give a rallying speech. As these insects are coming straight at us, Harlow's just going to stand there and go, please murder them before they murder us. You all get a d6.
Yay!
You can use it any time.
Excellent.
You can add it to any action roll, reaction roll, or damage roll, which to me sounds like you can roll it after.
Does anyone have any supporting actions they want to use before I start swinging?
I'll
I
tap
do
you on
not.
the shoulder and give you Teva's armor. You get plus 1d6 to your next time you spend an armor slot.
Oh, that's
Nice.
very nice. Thank you.
I have fun. Good luck.
I'm gonna clench my hand and my elbow cocks back like it's a pistol slide. Takes aim at this one, and I'm going to use the Divine Wielder ability to fire my fist right at it.
Rocket fist.
Nice.
Nice.
Stop giving him fear. What did you not understand about the inspirational speech?
11 does hit.
Okay,
Ooh.
I am going to spend a stress. As the fist is going to go through this guy, it will strike this guy as well. So they're both going to take this amount of damage.
The bugs rushing out of the bushes, and immediately X pops his arm out and rockets a punch right through these two, and they just splatter to non-existence.
Ooh.
There's a immediate burst of hot steam coming from my free shoulder, and that's all I could do.
Now, the turn switches to me.
Pep also rolled a fear when
Mhm.
he was trying to determine what the creatures are.
Correct.
Does it have to be rolling fear on an attack to switch?
Nope, it could
or
be
is it
on anything. But I
Okay.
decided to forego Peps because I needed more action tokens.
Oh, okay. You needed us to help you more.
Correct. I
Got it, got
chose
it,
to
got it.
forego my turn. I'm going to spend one fear to gain 2 more tokens. After the rocket punch from X, you hear more rustling coming from the right side. And a bunch more start popping out. They do not have enough range to get to you guys though. Activate these guys on the top. So The first one is going to run here. The second one's gonna run here. Third one's gonna run here. So the bottom one is gonna take a bite at X. And completely whiffs. You see this coming. Basically move your foot out of the way to dodge it. The second one to your left is gonna attack you, X. And that one's 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
First one, you manage to move your foot out of the way, but you're not fast enough for the second one as it bites the other leg. You take 3 physical damage. The third one is going to attack Harlow for an 11.
Harlow.
Ow. That hits.
Take 3 physical damage as it begins to jump on your chest and just gnaw on your neck.
Ow.
Spend another fear, grab 2 more tokens, and end my turn.
Oh no. More importantly than this combat, guys, I came up with a name for our party.
We should have this conversation while we're in combat right now.
This is exactly what we're talking about mid-combat. I just feel like that our party name should be Grubhub.
You know what? I'll accept that. For Grubhub now.
I'm here for
And
that.
also that we
Hell
have
yeah.
named our one-shot party, but still haven't named our campaign 1 party. It's beautiful. Anyway, while Diana is discussing the fact that we should call our party Grubhub, I'm gonna move, and I would like to use my ranger focus to shoot this guy if I can. I'm a little afraid to though, because I'm afraid I'm gonna roll fear and then it'll be Swift's turn again. Yes, that's hope. Sorry, I got it really excited.
Good.
I
job.
also So I spent a hope to do my ability, and then I gain a hope because I rolled hope.
Yes.
Also going to use my inspiration because I really want to hit it. Sorry, I got too excited about not rolling fear. 11 to hit.
Thanks to Harlow's inspirational words, you turned a miss into a hit.
Thanks, Harlow.
Turned around with a spider just on my chest for you to hit. Please shoot this thing.
You actually have enough precision to shoot 2 arrows. One of them goes right into the cheeks of the creature on Harlow and manages to knock him off, killing that one. And your second arrow goes into this far one over here and manages to pin it to the tree, kill it.
Sweet. Oh, I'm gonna move. My deer's gonna come like chew on a tree over here.
It's time for me to use my signature move. And you see him breathe in, and he's gonna unleash his long tongue because I'm gonna take a stress for this. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Hope!
All right, so this is where I'm gonna say, Swift, I'm going to blow my load unnecessarily. So instead of gaining a hope, as a warrior, I have something known as Call of the Slayer. I'm going to use this to add a 1d6 to my damage on top of what Aaron's Bard has also given to me. So that is 2d6. Oh my god, that is the worst roll I could ever possibly have.
With a mind of hunger, since you seem to have a finesse for insects, you shoot out your tongue and you manage to capture this one, and on the recoil, the second one comes in as well, and you munch on these to death.
Ooh, nice. Pep's stomach is now inflated. I think that's all I can do.
You still rolled hope?
Oh, that is true. In that case, Pep's now going to take out his long sword and come charging in, right? Like a crazy madman. Hey! 3 physical damage. Since I have another hope, I think I can use this again. I'm going to use my Call of the Slayer to instead gain a hope and gain a 1d6. I'm going to use it for damage.
How do you dispose of both of these creatures in front of you?
Alright, so he's going to be a little cocky, a little bit creative. He's going to use his tongue to grab the hilt of his long sword and twirl midair.
Easily disposes these creatures. Now, I'm going to spend fear to interrupt the contest and switch it back to me.
Okay, I
He was
respect
on
that.
a roll. We were letting them go.
As you hear more pop out from the sides.
They could not, though.
So these two are gonna attack Pep Pep. Alright, well the first one misses. And the second one is a 13. You get hit by one, you take 3 damage on that one.
Have something known as Blade of Retaliation. I'm going to mark another stress, and I'm going to retaliate against someone that hit me by dealing weapon damage to that creature at half proficiency, whatever that means.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
You just roll 1 normal. And that automatically shanks it out.
I'll fire off my fist on that one.
Gonna move around you as you do that.
That is going to be a 12 with hope.
12 does hit.
Fist returns back to my arm. You guys be okay if I'm going to take another action? I'm going to use a fun little ability that hope I just got. I'm going to use my spell Bolt Beacon. I'm going to aim for this farthest one here. A bright light appears in my fist, and a bolt of light goes right flying at it.
Yeah, that one just instantly splatters off to the back wall. Alright, so back to me. Spend 2 to add a fear. And then I'm going to activate their special ability.
Oh no.
I really prefer they didn't.
All 3 of them are going to simultaneously attack you, X.
They do
Don't
not
forget,
like
you
me.
still have your 1d6 armor.
I know. I'm holding it off until I need it.
That's a
It's okay,
15.
Yeah, that will definitely hit me.
All these creatures simultaneously see him shooting his rocket fist and they rush up on him off instinct. And they each do 3 damage. You take 9 physical damage.
So I'll spin off the armor and I'll roll the d6 that Harlow gave me. That is a 6. That is all negated as an armor panel fall off.
I'm gonna spend another to have this one attack Pep Pep. What's an 11?
Just under my evasion.
Damn, alright, so he jumps at you, but it just bounces right off your chest plate. Alright, that goes my turn.
I'm gonna tap you on the shoulder, 10, and give you another Teva's armor.
I appreciate it.
Another hope. Just be like, take another one. And I'm gonna use the versatile aspect of my scepter to make it melee. Holy, well, shit, that
Holy
is a
cow.
fear.
That is a fear.
Just hits. Yeah, how do you want to dispatch of this one?
Slap it right down the middle, and just, I have a scepter. It's not very sharp, but I want to cut it in half anyway.
With your flourishing skills, just whoosh, nothing happens. And then the bug slowly slides in half.
But also, you're not getting that fear, because I'm going to use Fearless instead of making it a fear.
Oh,
Oh, what a good choice.
It goes back to me. This one's gonna run down here and attack you, Harlow. Oh shit. That's a 6 to hit. This one is going to attack UX. 13.
that's a hit.
That's 3 physical.
Alright, could be doing better as you're seeing as bursts of steam are escaping from my armor.
And I'll spend another to attack Pep Pep. Shit, that's a 7. Alright, back to you guys.
I'm gonna try to shoot this one that's got Harlow.
Seems to be a bit of a trick shot as it pierces the first one and it goes around your allies right into the brain of the second one.
I'm just very, very good at archery.
If it's okay by everyone else, I would like to finish off this buggo over here.
Go right ahead.
Take a swing with the long sword.
How do you want to do this?
He's gonna do a fake out. Instead of hitting with the sword, he's gonna quickly open up his mouth and gobble the bug. Excuse me, Ribbit. This was a successful encounter.
There's just like jets of steam coming out from my fence and my back right now.
I mean, I have like a gash like in the front of my neck, but everything's fine.
Oh,
He just starts wiping the blood away.
Let us go to the waterfall. I need a moment to cool down. My heat sinks.
Sure.
Pep will waddle in the direction of the waterfall.
Oh, are you full now?
Stomach extending? Yeah, he ate a lot of bugs here.
He
Big
ate that
bugs,
whole
too.
bug.
Yeah.
He's full for the moment.
2 seconds later, just digests everything.
Listen, it's like my mother Froglita always said. Wait, actually, I can't really remember. Never mind.
Your mother's name is Froglita.
Yes.
Waterfall is in obviously view distance, so you can head straight there.
I
Well,
will
if
happily take a rest.
While they rest a little bit, I'm not straying too far from wherever we've left them. But the heart and I are gonna kind of poke around and look, particularly the thing that we're actually looking for. But like, if we find anything else cool, that would be cool too.
Harlow will stick next to you. Make sure
Aren't
we
you
don't
like
split up
hurt
too
though?
far.
Shouldn't you rest?
1 HP and okay.
Just as a reference, once your HPs are 0, then you pretty much are dropped. I mean,
Right.
you can go unconscious, but it's more dire.
As they're searching around, I'm just going to open up my dens underneath the waterfall, and you just see a plume of steam escape from my back, reducing stress and repairing an armor.
Stress and armor? Alright. Dan and Harlow, an instinct roll.
To help
Harlow,
me right
you
now.
can spend hope to aid her.
Yeah, I'll spend a hope.
Okay.
Take a d6.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So that actually do get to find some. Not that many because it's the middle of the night, but you managed to catch 3 leaves.
I do check behind the waterfall.
As you look behind the waterfall, there is a concave inside. Slightly.
There you go.
It's nothing large, but it's like a place where it would be safe to camp.
I've run back to the group. He'll never guess what I found. It is the best place to camp in this entire forest. Harlow's gonna take his tent and go behind the waterfall and does not care if anyone else comes with.
I'm going to sleep underwater now that he knows that he can breathe underwater.
Oh,
Oh, brother. Harlow's gonna take his rope and like tie it around you and then lead the rope back into the cave that we're in. So
You
if
know what,
anything
that's-
tries to snatch you in the middle of the night, it'll pull
That's
the
a
rope.
smart idea, thank you.
I'm afraid of my frog friend getting stolen in the night. Who's taking first watch?
I'm just awkwardly standing in like one of the sides in this area.
I was gonna say, do you sleep?
All ancestries must sleep or shut down in order to recharge. Alright, so who's
That's
taking
weird.
first? Who's taking third? Who's taking second?
Such an interesting order of numbers.
I
to
know,
go with.
right? That. Wait, hold on. What does
First,
that mean? Because he
third,
went
and
1, 3,
second.
2. So does this mean second watch is at the most risk?
First one on watch.
I will take last. Harlow can go in the middle.
The long rest effects apply at the completion of your long rest.
Yep. See, here we go. Just to clarify, when you get, attacked by the many creatures.
Alright,
If something hostile shows up, you want 10 to be the first one to deal with it.
first one
Oh, yeah, we're
roll.
not debating that. If you give him another fear,
I already have my finger on the button.
no, don't give him another. Oh,
Nope,
it's a crit. It don't
Never
matter.
mind, there's no fear for you today. It's a crit.
Ooh. The rain continues to pour on this night. You hear the waterfall, which is very calming, as your party sleeps behind you. Everything seems to be okay. What's
Right.
next?
It is your watch
It's,
now.
it's too early. It's too early. I don't want to go to school. Huh. Oh. Hi. Sorry. Good night.
Good.
I'll
night.
keep watch. I'll wrap the rope tied to around my hand. Oh shit!
Hey.
Wow.
2 crits in a row.
And that does still give me a hope, then, right?
Hope and relieve stress.
But let's go. Who needs a long rest? Just roll a crit.
Another couple hours. Uneventful.
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
Time goes by. Far. It's a sound that you just so happen to hear at the distance. But that's it. Purples and blues begin to appear in what little of the sky you can see from the large forest ceiling.
Pep Pep crawls out of the water, stretches his limbs. I had a good night's sleep. I'm going to start sleeping in water more often. Oh, here's your rope back. I didn't die, you see.
So here's a problem. One of my features does come back on long rest, but one of my features comes back on the next session. I don't like that.
Right, I don't like the next session.
Because like now I just can't rally again until next session, even if we get into like another fight. I just keep everything like long rest.
Yeah, it's also probably me because my prayer dice only come back at the end of a session. And I lose any I don't spend. So it's like, I don't want to spend them because I only get so many per the game, but I do want to spend them because I'm going to lose them.
Well, and also it's like, you know, what if a session is 2 hours or 6 hours?
Right.
That's punishing long sessions.
So
I
attempt
gotta
to
learn
clear all your wounds, clear all your stress, repair all your armor, or if you choose to prepare with another member of your party, take 2.
I'm gonna just 10 wounds and clear stress.
X. You and I can get ready for the day and gain 2 hope.
How do you prepare for Diana to gain hope?
Diana doing morning stretches and X explaining like the mechanics of how stretches should work. But he has no muscles.
He doesn't need to, but he still does it regardless, because this is how he speaks to his god in a way. And throughout the entire time he's stretching, he's going to repeat his creed on loop.
Alright, so Pep Pep, roll an instinct.
Hello.
I'll go
Well-
with Pep Pep since them two are staying back there. We're not having one party member in this forest alone.
Thank you. Nature Lover added 1. Would I be able to add that?
Because nature lover, it makes sense that you have some knowledge of the surroundings, so yes. Spend a hope.
Excellent.
With that roll, you get to find 4.
Nice.
Look,
Wow, so we're
Harlow,
taking
you
7
find
back.
leaves.
Couple hours pass, so it's afternoon now on your trek back, and you make it to the front of Khajiit's, where it is packed right now. There's people coming in and out of the store at the current.
Oh, dang.
Pep Pep shoves him out of the way and says, "Out of our way, we have important stuff to do here. VIP, as they like to say."
Do we recognize anyone coming in and out? Like Matt and David?
Roll a knowledge.
I think if you crit, you auto-succeed.
It is auto succeed.
Oh, do I?
So
Oh. Ignore the fact that I used Rally.
you instantly clock one of the people that was listening to that old man's story back in the club. This one is a elf figure.
I'm gonna use Enrapture on this person again.
Roll the spellcast.
And I will add the d6 to this time to make sure it succeeds.
You succeed, and you get that same feeling like you did at the first time. He has this weird sense of, like, what the hell's going on?
And I'm going to just try to interrogate them very bluntly. State your business here before we rip your skin from your bones.
Good God.
I live here.
Is that so? What were you doing with that old man last night?
He always tells stories. He's a regular. What do you want from me?
What are you buying from Khajiit's?
He shows the bag in his hand, and it's like some herbs to make some tea.
Stay away from our treasure. And I'll end it early.
Blink his eyes multiple times, and it's just like, who the hell is this guy? Just like fast walks.
I thought it might be important for our quest. You know, we gotta figure out more information about this treasure. I didn't know Khajiit's was so popular among the regular citizens. I thought he was an adventuring shop.
I think the treasure is the friends we make along the way.
Anyways, Khajiit, here's the 7 that we found and the one you gave me as a reference.
Oh, you're back. Hopefully, it was not too much trouble.
No trouble at all, as he's patting his belly, satisfied.
I knew when I saw you you'd be helpful. How many did you grab? Show me.
He'll show the 7.
Ah, yes. Alright, give me a second.
He just starts plopping handfuls of bags on the counter.
7 handful of bags for 7. Yes.
You know what? I think we can take 7 handfuls of gold.
I like.
Maybe we each get 1 handful and then we spend the rest on something like party supplies.
Maybe like a health and
Or a
then
net,
2 mixed.
because he put a net in there for
He
the...
did put a
I
net
should
in
point
front
it
and
out.
manacles.
Right. I feel like the manacles are important. Hang on, I gotta roll back up so I can see how much things were.
Are these manacles that he's put up there magical in any way?
Are they actually like proper manacles, or are they like fuzzy handcuffs?
Oh,
Whoa!
These look like regular handcuffs.
Okay, good.
I mean, maybe they just didn't have the fuzzy versions available.
Look, I did not even think that direction, so...
Don't judge Khajiit.
Well, I would say maybe manacles or net and a health potion.
That sounds good.
What do we feel like is more useful to go sneak past a snake?
As soon as you say
Well, I
that,
don't think...
Khajiit straightens his back. Without saying a word, just points at the repair kits.
Well, yes, we know it dissolves armor.
Oh, so maybe instead of getting a health potion, we should get a repair kit and a net. The snake doesn't have wrists to put manacles on.
that's actually true. A
Yeah,
snake
that's
is armless.
But we need a short rest to use those repair kits.
Yeah.
So are we just gonna walk in there, get our armor dissolved, and just leave for a little bit and come back?
Well, yes.
My bad for questioning. So repair kit and a net.
Better to have and
Yeah.
not need it than need it and not have it.
Right. What he said.
If we find out you were scamming us, Khajiit, buy your entire inventory, because I applaud your efforts.
Well, unless you have indestructible armor, you're always gonna need a repair kit.
Do you happen to have indestructible armor on hand?
As a matter of fact, I don't.
You know what?
I really enjoy
It's good to ask. What I was taught.
I feel like Khajiit needs to become a regular NPC.
I agree.
Alright, we'll take your repair kit and net, Khajiit. Who took the first repair kit?
I mean, I guess I would have it.
A new
We'll add a
rotation
repair
of travelers coming in and out of the store.
Do you want to threaten them too?
Won't tempt me. Anyone else that I recognize coming in as I put this repair kit in my pack?
No.
Currently, no, nobody familiar.
Look over at Diana. Not this time.
Khajiit
Okay,
pops his
just
head
checking.
over.
Ah, yes. I'll be with you in a moment.
I can hold on to the net because I have
Sounds like a
trapping
good plan.
skills. That was my
Sounds like a
job
good plan, then.
before I decided to adventure with my deer.
Diana lore.
So who's holding what right
Um,
now?
I took the repair
I
kit. The
have
second repair
an-
kit.
And I have
So
the
you
net.
have one repair kit?
I'm holding on to the strength and insight potions.
Alright. So again, basically when you use the potion, you get +1 on your next roll to that trait.
Good to know.
To the forest!
Over the river and through the woods.
Over the river,
serpent we
through
go.
the woods, to the serpent, to the east.
As you leave, Khajiit turns real quick and waves.
Farewell. Come back anytime.
There.
Oh.
Well.
We will, Khajiit, don't worry. Khajiit's definitely the BBEG guy, because he's
He
my
is.
favorite so far. And that's how you can tell.
And out eastward. Whoever's
Eastward
leading,
bound.
roll to make sure that you stay on track.
This is Diana's level of expertise.
Yeah, I can do it. That's a fear.
Stop giving fear.
Give
That
it just
shit
like
went
here,
up
Flip.
immediately.
Here.
It really
on the
did.
button, dude.
Next one shot, guys. We all play Daemons. We just deny him all the fear. We will be
All the
maxed
fear.
out in stress, but we deny him the fear.
Yeah, I'll be honest. This system is really good.
Yeah, it is.
For a beta, it's pretty good. So Diana's navigation skills manages to take front and lead you consistently eastward.
I'll take up the rear.
Pep and I are towards the front talking shit about everybody.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Don't worry,
Okay,
guys, I'm
good.
just gonna get brackened behind here, and my body is just gonna get taken into the woods.
Speaking of that, Harlow, does a 13 hit?
Yes!
Oh no.
I only have 9 evasion.
Walking through the forest regularly as Diana's focused on the front and keeping track of your navigation direction. Suddenly, you see a giant whoosh pass from the side and gnaws on Harlow, blood pouring down his shoulder blade as a giant
You just hear
wolf
Harlow calmly say, "Not my neck again."
How much damage does Harlow take?
Yes, let me switch the map.
I need to
real
know
quick.
this.
Hold on.
Don't say yes like that.
Second.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
My
Yes.
neck.
8 bite damage. Right on your
Great,
shoulder.
that's 2 HP that I take.
I'm going to expend a prayer dice to cut 2 damage from that.
So that's 6. Instead of taking 2 HP then, is I'll use an armor slot that brings it down to 1.
All the
Harlow
time.
will just calmly say though, "Guys, we've been attacked." Oh my god.
Big
So-
dog.
I think more than
see-
my neck is gone.
A large dire wolf jump out and just bite down on Harlow from the back.
Jibbit, no!
Your move.
I will sarcastically reach my hand over and give you armor.
Okay.
Dava's armor.
I don't like this wolf. I'm going to punch it in its face.
16 does hit.
Max damage as I punch it in its snout.
Ooh, very nice.
You punch the shit out of this wolf and it begins to limp right now. Its front right paw inoperable at this point.
Oof.
Alright, it goes back to me. The wolf in front of Harlow begins to...
Don't say that like that.
From the
My
sides
neck.
are 2 more. I'm going to spend a fear to gain 2 action tokens. So the one up top is gonna go after Diana.
Oh no.
It doesn't have to, though. Like, it could choose a different path.
It's gonna leap forward from the left side bushes and swipe at your backside because you were looking down at Harlow. That's a 9 to hit.
That misses because my evasion is 11.
Luckily, with your agility, you managed to jump out of the way just in time to miss the claw swipe. This one's instinct is he managed to wound one of you guys in the party, so he's gonna quickly jump to the one that just punched the shit out of him. Let go of his bite from Harlow, and then take a leaping strike at X. That's a 19 to hit.
Of course it hits.
I'm going to spend stress to deal extra damage. 16 damage.
Ooh.
I really appreciate what you did for me, Aaron.
At
I'm definitely going to reduce this damage right now.
And because of that, you are currently vulnerable until you regain HP. Vulnerable means attacks on you have advantage. Spend an action again to move this one, and because you're vulnerable, it sees an opening, and it's gonna jump and take a
Oh no.
light attack on you again. That's 11 piercing.
Like steam coming out of places where it's not supposed to.
Turn goes back to you.
Immediately another Tava's armor.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to use my deft maneuvers to bebop my way up this tree.
You're able to maneuver away from these direwolves and climb 30 feet above the tree without any rolls. Take my turn here, and the middle wolf immediately remove his bite off of X and take Pep before he has a chance to even strike. 17 to hit.
That hits all day.
9 damage. As he takes his claw and swipes your chest.
All right, 9 damage, and I'm going to spend a stress to retaliate. I am going to use my battle axe. I think it just like automatically hits. I don't think it needs to.
I think it automatically hits.
Oh wow!
Oh wow.
Pip is going to reach behind his back as he takes out this big battle axe. It's way too big for his little body. And he's going to like jump, put all of his weight into this swing as he got bit. Right.
You catch this dire wolf right when he was winding back his claw attack and managed to hit a vital spot, and he is heavily wounded. Back to you guys.
It's been more than a short rest, so the emblem on my chest is gonna flash in divine light, recite my creed. No quarter, no fear, no regrets. As I'm going to invoke my dedicated. Then the slide on my arm will cock back as I'm going to use my divine wielder, and I'm going to fall up on this guy. So my hope die is a d20. I'm going to expend a stress as my other arm cocks back, strike this one in its chest.
With that stunning display, double kill, their injuries stretch out even further as a big giant ass hole is carved right through them. The third wolf instantly sees this happen and nopes the hell out.
I don't blame it.
No, he doesn't know about. No. His friends tried to take my neck off. Actually, I could ice spike him. Is he out of very far range?
You can hit him from that far.
Great, I'm gonna ice spike him. Whale shit.
Thank you.
No, I don't give you that fear. F off. Stress. You. You don't get that.
Unfortunately, that attack misses and it sprays off a nearby tree.
Are you okay?
There is steam leaving parts of 10 that they're not supposed to be going.
Maybe want to take a health potion, buddy? I say from my perch in this tree that I'm now coming down from.
I should take something.
There is also steam coming out of Harlow. He's so stressed now.
What happens if you max out your stress? Do you die?
Every time you would take another stress, you take a hit point instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So eventually, yes. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
If nobody minds, I'm going to definitely take that potion because I need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go right ahead.
If you take the
Yeah.
HP, the vulnerability will be removed.
I
Oh.
will.
We should have bought another one instead of the net. We're gonna die before we get to Mr. Acid Melt Your Armor, so...
Right, but I have a net.
You just get a flashback of Matt in the bar when he's like, be cautious out there when searching for my treasure. And then it goes back into the present.
We have to get this treasure because Matt Damon is an asshole.
We'll die one way or the other. Either stabbed by a pimp staff or by a serpent. Let's go.
Whoever's navigating, roll an instinct.
I nearly died when I was in the back last time, so maybe I should be in the front.
Sure, you can do that. We'll rotate the party
We'll
around.
rotate out.
New marching order.
I can't take that stress, so have fun.
It's too
Get
stressful.
that fear this time.
It's
It is too stressful now.
It's so
pretty much
stressful.
maxed out.
Harlow begins to navigate the party further eastward into the forest. You hear the sounds of creatures in the distance. About another hour passes when you hear to your left a rhythmic boom, boom, boom.
Worse. He gets spooked by it.
Boom, boom, boom. Like just a quick awareness of your surroundings, you can tell that the sound doesn't seem to be going farther from you or closer to you.
In that case, I think Pet's going to investigate, right? He's going to stealth his way over there.
Roll a finesse roll.
Wait, no, you can't go off on your own. We agreed this earlier.
Well, then
Right.
some of you better come with
I'll,
me.
I'll sacrifice my neck to the serpent that's...
Stop rolling fear.
Oh,
Alright,
No.
so a 13 to remain stealthy. Who's going
Do we
with?
both have to roll?
Yes, if you're going with Pep and being stealthy.
At least I have a +1 on this.
I will spend a hope, if you'll allow me, at a d6.
How do you assist him?
Try to make his shoes not as noisy by spitting frog spit on
Okay, so
them.
Peppa begins to stealthily go to the sound, whatever it is. Harlow is like, no, you're not going alone. And immediately Pep quickly turn around and just gunk all over Harlow.
These are designer custom fit.
Well, now they're quiet.
I don't think that's how that works, but thank you anyway.
It's like my dad Cribbit always used to say, spitting on shoes is okay.
Why did he say that?
You guys feel pretty stealthy heading towards whatever the sound is. The closer you walk to it, the louder it becomes. You see like a small opening in the middle of the forest, and what looks like a black pipe lodged into the ground. And the top part raises up, and then it slams down, creating that boom noise. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Well, it looks like I spat in your shoes for nothing. I apologize. But now that we know the source of the noise, should we go back to the group and let them know of our discovery?
You do safely make it back to the party. And the booming continues in the background.
We found that the earth is booming, with big hole go up and go down. Here, let me show you. And he's gonna like get on his knees and start drawing in the soil.
Is it a good drawing?
No.
Oh,
Well, let me see, right? It looks like that.
I swear to God, if I see that fear counter tick up,
9 is enough to paint a vivid shape of what you saw, but it's not detailed.
God damn it, he ticked the fear counter up, son of a.
Buckley, don't roll unless you're asked to.
I love this game. This is awesome.
We have not rolled with hope in like forever.
Well,
Oh yeah,
the
let's
bug
see.
fight, you guys were on fire.
Is a 9 enough that I know what it is? And is it what I think it is, Swift?
Yeah, you would know this because of your background. This object that Diana is about to tell the party is used in hunting, where certain apex predators are attracted to sounds of other apex predators. So that's like imitating a sound of a large creature.
Oh, that's what this is. I had the wrong idea.
These are called thumpers. As Diana is mentioning this to the party, mind you, this was a few minutes away from you guys. Pep and Harlow would have been coming back from this section, so Diana would be the first to see this. In the distance, it's far, but it's visible. A long silhouette, just sliding, moving left. Seconds pass, it's still sliding to the left.
Does it look like a snake?
It looks to be moving like a long object.
Great. If it is the thing and we have to follow it to where it lives, right?
It may not be the best time to bring this up, but if that thing was meant to attract the serpent, who put it there?
Matt Damon, obviously.
Damn, I hate that guy.
I hate that guy.
Which direction did it come from? Where is its lair? If whatever this is attracted it, it might be going another direction.
Well, we can just follow the indentation it's made in the dirt if it's that big.
Right?
The booming
We could probably
sound
track
Be a
it.
nice
currently stops.
Look at
bitch.
Matt
We were too
pointing.
late.
I feel
Let's kill the thing that melts our friend over here made of metal.
Which,
Yeah.
by the way, now that stopped, means that it's probably on its way back to that trail that we're now following. So it will be following us.
How fast was it moving when you saw it? Can we
Oh,
outrun the giant serpent?
Are we faster than a giant serpent?
a good question.
If we don't go now, though, we'll not get there at all. So we
That's
should
true.
go.
Okay,
We
I want to
should.
go and try to backtrack where it came from.
Diana's still looking that same direction. The same figure, long, sliding to the right.
Slide to the
distance.
left.
Slide to the left.
Well, now we just actually follow it back.
Right. Great. And we kill Matt Damon on the way.
Yeah, well, we're gonna run into him and his troop. So
What a
Right.
what a sentence to be saying.
I also get a D6 on it because I have advantage on any action rolls to help me move without being heard. You can't even see me. I'm John Cena now.
Are you going to follow the trail of the snake? Are you going to follow to the side of
Yeah.
the snake?
I think the best course of action would be to follow right behind it. We are also like half on the lookout for Matt Damon.
Alright.
oh yes, of course, we're keeping a lookout for him and his
surprised
troop.
Now following behind the snake, you can still see it in the distance. It's getting smaller and smaller, definitely faster than you guys. Keeping a watch around you, you don't see any Matt Damons.
Since we know it already came this way once, and now it's going back the way it came, is it like retracing its steps basically the exact same way?
It's
Great
slithers.
observation. It seems to be copying its path like it's heading back where it came.
I don't like that.
Ah.
That's bad. It's got a good brain. Oh, let's take bets before we get there. Is Matt Damon's squad there right now and gonna get their ass beat by the serpent when it gets back? Did they successfully sneak in, or are they gonna beat our ass because they were late?
They're probably already there. They used the boom thing to lure it away because they
Yeah, that's
followed
what I'm
it,
figuring.
right? But when it comes back to fight them, we just let the snake eat Matt Damon and we sneak in around him.
What a
Okay,
sentence.
cool. Maybe they'll just bring out the treasure. The snake
That's what I'm
attacks
hoping
them,
for.
we
Like,
just sneak in,
lured it
steal the
away
treasure,
long
and
enough.
go.
They timed it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right, we
Okay,
wait and
sorry.
observe, and we wait for Matt Damon's troop to come out.
10 minutes pass. 15 minutes pass. At this point, it curves through the thick forest where you lose sight of the snake, but the path is easy to follow. Eventually, you get to a wide opening, and you begin to see the snake coiling up above a giant hole ground. And it just seems to rest there, currently.
Do we see any signs of other humanoids coming through here?
You don't see visibly any people around. Make a instinct roll to see if you notice any tracks of humanoids in the area.
Yeah.
Can I assist her with this because I would also be keeping an eye out?
Yes, you may.
All right, I'll
Great.
give a hope too.
Oh, I get to re-roll that one. Don't look at that. Because I'm a halfling.
Halfling, nice. The person who gives the advantage rolls. So X.
Oh, I do?
roll-
Alright.
yeah.
Oh.
You can't add your
so
experience because you're a tracker. So you
Plus 2.
spend a
You
hope.
do have to use the hope.
With a 12, currently you feel a sense of tension. This creature that you're seeing in full view right now is pretty damn large. And for reference, that's what it looks like.
Oh, the Emerald Serpent. That's a big
Oh, yeah.
guy. Like,
That is a big guy, yeah.
Because a giant snake is in your view, you have never seen one this large. You do still manage, with this intimidating presence in front of you, to see somewhat fresh footprints going directly towards the snake from the left to the right. And you also take a stress for managing to notice that in this moment. And that's what we'll end for tonight.
I was
Oh,
supposed
is?
to.
What?
Next
Is this
time
something
on.
we want to come back to?
Would you like to come back
Yeah.
to?
I want to get Matt Damon's ass grass.
Right? I want to beat up Matt Damon.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's Saturday, so like we're playing tomorrow, right?